Mr. President, I ask unanimous consent to dispense with the calling of the quorum.
Without objection.
Thank you, Mr. President. I am here with Senator Whitehouse and Senator Britt from Alabama to recognize the victims of a terrible, heartbreaking mass shooting that took place at Brown University in Providence over the weekend. 2 young people were killed and 9 were wounded when a gunman opened fire on a classroom full of college students studying for their finals. We will mourn the victims at a later date, but we will soon, all of us, humbly request a moment of silence for sophomore Ella Cook of Alabama and freshman Muhammad Aziz Umar Zokov of Virginia. These 2 talented, promising young people had their lives tragically cut short. We are thinking of them and all the victims and to the broader Brown University community. We send our love and support to their families and loved ones. They are dealing with the unimaginable, and we will continue to support them. Before I ask us to observe a moment of silence, I would like to turn to my colleagues for some brief remarks. And I yield the floor to Senator Whitehouse.
Mr. President,
Senators recognized.
I'm honored to join our senior senator as he calls for a moment of silence to share in the sorrow of the families who lost their young college student children to this tragedy. And I would only ask that all of us, including anyone listening, just hold off and give these families a little bit of grace and peace as they deal with this loss. They were expecting to see these kids for the Christmas holidays. There are other kids who are in the hospital, in some cases in fairly critical condition. Those families are not going to be spending Christmas around the tree at home. They're going to be spending Christmas in a state away from home where their children are in their hospital room, trying to be there for them. So there's a good deal of suffering and a good deal of sorrow, and I think it's important that people not add to that with a lot of unfounded opinion and speculation about what took place. Let the investigation proceed. We will know what we need to know in due time. In the meantime, please give these families grace as they go through their grief. I yield the floor.
Mr. President, I join my colleagues from Rhode Island in coming today to honor the victims at Brown University, for those who lost their lives and those who are fighting for theirs right now in a hospital room. We lift up their families in prayer. We ask for privacy and peace as they grieve the unimaginable. Just over the last 36 hours, I've been inundated with text messages and calls, specifically talking about what an incredible young woman Ella Cook was. She was everything that is great about our state: bold, courageous, convicted, thoughtful, kind. She made her mark at Mountain Brook High School. She was making her mark at Brown University. The calls that I've gotten have been not just from Alabama, but literally from people across the country who encountered her. While her life was cut way too short, and I cannot imagine the pain and grief that her parents are feeling right now, and her little brother and her little sister and her extended family. It is clear that she made an impact, that her time on earth was such a positive force for good, that the ripple of her life will be felt for generations to come. And as we lift their families up in prayer, the Brown community, people across this country that are grieving. I hope to echo my colleague's statement that we can all do that together. And I yield the floor to the senior senator from Rhode Island for a moment of silence.
Mr. President, again, we will have more time to speak about these young people, but for now, I would request a moment of silence for the Brown University community, the city of Providence, and all of the victims of these tragic events, particularly the families of Ella and Muhammad. Mr. President. Thanks, Malcolm.